Welcome back to Frozen Education, this is Ed. Today, we're going to be talking about PROG, Progenity. Now, this company, I did talk about it a few times, and based on my Twitter polls, there's a lot of demand on this one. So, PROG is a biotechnology company innovating in the field of gastrointestinal health and oral biotherapeutics. Now, if you've never heard about them, we're going to cover a bit of their presentation and a bit of the things that you might want to take a look at and keep an eye out for. Now, in terms of the latest news, December 20th, 2021, the company completes exit from laboratory business with the sale of Affiliate Lab. So the company itself, which is in the field of biotherapeutics, again, as I did mention, the sale of Averio Diagnostics affiliates the results in a further annual operating expense reduction from approximately around $28 million, bringing the total reduction in annual operating expenses to around $145 million compared to the second quarter. This reduction, along with the capital raised, should extend our cash runways beyond the end of 2022 and reduce our dependency on capital markets, said the CFO. Now, the purchase was around $10.9 million, subject to certain customary adjustments as set forth in the purchase agreement. This is one of the final steps in our strategic plan to materially reduce our cash burn, said the CEO. Completing the transaction is important to us as we focus on delivering on our biotherapeutics pipeline. We are pleased that the Northwest Pathology will be retaining more than 90% of Averio employees, and we will look forward to a smooth transition for the business. Now, they say they're going to keep 90%. Acquisitions don't really work that way most of the time, and hopefully that people don't lose their jobs. But anyway, that's not what the topic today is. Therapeutics, in terms of program for their presentation, they have two different therapeutics or biotherapeutics categories. Oral delivery of biotherapeutics, so basically the oral ingestion in terms of capsules, that enables needle-free and oral delivery and systematically uptake of large molecules. Now, GI-targeted therapeutics. So this is for people who suffer from gastrointestinal diseases. Delivering therapeutics directly to the site of the disease could enable safer and more effective drug therapies. Now, they do have a few of their pipelines highlighted here. Oral delivery of biotherapeutics for OBDS. Now, none of them are actually in early clinical for that one. There's two that are going to early clinical, PGN-OB1 and OB2. Now, they also have a few, the last three here, that are exited the discovery and in the start of preclinical. GI-targeted therapeutics, DDS, you have two, PGN-600 and 001. For this one here, they seem to be going to early clinical rather than from preclinical to early clinical. So there's not really exact much details, but we should be getting more updates as we go forward. Oral biotherapeutics delivery system. So unmet need, product profile, and data generation shows the need for this one. Similarly, DDS drug delivery systems, you have an unmet need here as well, product profile and data generation highlighted here. And in terms of the market opportunity, they're showing that OBDS has a massive market opportunity that is unmet with billions of dollars on the line. Now, they do also talk a little bit about their testings. I'm not sure if this is linked to the lab, but I do think this is just the technology and testing overall. And the near-term potential catalysts going into 2022 should be, first of all, the DDS or top line clinical PK/PD for adalimumab with anemia in ulcerative colitis. That should be coming soon. And then after that, the later on DDS device function study in ulcerative colitis patients, that should be hitting in quarter 1, quarter 2. Now, diagnostics for Preecludia, that should be coming in the first quarter of 2022, at least anticipated to do so. And OBDS for preclinical PK data generation should be happening at the end of the quarter 2 2022 or by the first half of 2022. Now, in terms of institutional buyers, we do have a massive new one, Atrium Opportunities 2020 LP. This one has a new ownership of around 31.1% in November, at the end of November. So early December, end of November kind of time frame. Institutional buyers are a little bit mixed about this one. Generally, there has been some decreasing in shares by just indexes. while others are adding it. So it's nothing to be significantly worried about. It's just a normal kind of distribution of shares. But before moving on towards technical analysis and discussing technical analysis, if you'd like to see more content like this, make sure to click the subscribe button and leave notifications on, and don't forget to drop a like. Let's move on towards technical analysis now. Now, from a technical analysis perspective, for PROG, there's not a lot that is going on at this level. The moving averages are by far sloppy. There's nothing much going on. There's almost a horizontal kind of level in the last 3 days. Yes, the 50 SMA is above the 200 SMA, but the 30 MA is above the 10 SMA, so it really doesn't mean anything at this level. Now, the average directional index is at 1465. It doesn't really suggest any kind of movement. There's not much of a pulse or volatility to this one that is significant enough to push the price up or down in that level compared to the 620. However, here is the big however here. This stock still jumped around 7% today. And if you do take it from a smaller point of view, this stock is starting to push a little bit higher on the average directional index, and the 1% R went from oversold to around neutral, closer towards overbought. The 1% R is very similar to the relatively strength index, or RSI, and shows whether stock is overbought or oversold. The MACD is attempting a positive reversal that is very critical to this one's uptrend. So if we do get another green day, it's very likely that this positive reversal is underway. Momentum is currently closer to 0 from the bottom. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow both are pointing upwards, suggesting a nice push into the stock's movement, and there might be another leg up for this one. In terms of the moving average bands, they're currently a little bit stabilizing, still more of a negative downtrend, but it's expected to trade between 268 and 219 for the moving average bands. Now, Fibonacci retracements. We're able to see a significant support at the 197, followed with resistances at 277, 343, 408, 501, and 620. Now, the stock on its own shows a few supports and resistances. Currently, a support sitting down to closer to around 199, below that 193, going down to 182, 155, and 134. Some resistances includes a significant one at 222, 242, 269, followed by a $3 mark, 349, 372, going closer to the 404 level, and then 428, 446, and then 490, and then it goes up to closer to 620. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, this stock has been a bit plagued with a bit of a downtrend, and it has the similar trends from before. As you get to see historically, it did kind of do the same kind of thing before. It jumps a little and then sinks down. Now, the biggest part of this one is their cash burn, and they're actually doing active things to limit their cash burn, and that definitely brings in a positive sign to business. The question is it enough? Well, I do anticipate that they probably will have to raise some kind of offering within 2022, probably in the second half. But for the stock to continue on and try to prosper a little, they need to show it on their books. And I don't see a strong plan that really tries to break into that. It's kind of a slow milling, churning machine, and they need to do a little bit better on their news cycle to try to showcase a little bit of their hunger and a little bit of their motives to try to make this really work. Now, I'm not saying they haven't. They definitely have, and the stock market does show it, but to maintain it, they need to continuously do it. So, do I think this company is going to prosper? This is a hard question. It's more of if this is a horse you want to bet on kind of question. What do you think about this question? Mention down in the comments below. Sure, subscribe and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.